Hey, what's going on YouTube and hey, FFBE community? I wanted to start something that I hope is going to be a lot of fun, a community-oriented challenge to get us all in the holiday spirit. This came from a very brief but meaningful conversation with Jigs, who is a member of my Discord server and a friend in FFBE, about 7-star units that we used to take to use on content. And it got me thinking about a way to try and take this conversation to a larger scale. Realistically, there were a lot of really cool 7-star based units that were, or 7-star units that were a lot of fun to use, and we're able to get a lot done. And while there might not have been some other great ones, you know, a lot of people have their favorites. But the question came up, do you ever use your favorites occasionally on easier content with the best gear they can wear to see how well they do? And my response was, unfortunately, no, but I probably should though, right? So here we are. After a little brainstorming on the rules, I'm hereby starting the FFBE 2023 Community Snowball Fight, aka the 7-Star Trial Challenge event. Now, the rules are going to be relatively simple. Rule number 1, you're going to take on the trial that you have been challenged to complete. Any 300 difficulty trial in the Chamber of the Fallen or the Chamber of the Indignant will qualify for this community event. Rule number 2, you can only take 7-star units, or a unit who can go up to 7-star. You could take a 3-star unit if you wanted to. An unit who can become an NVA can be used, but only in their 7-star form at maximum. Now, here's where it gets fun. There are no gear limits or rules. You can go nuts and gear them to the teeth with all of your 7-star goodies, all the way up to Neo Vision's goodies, but no vision cards allowed. I feel like vision cards, not only does it take a limited resource to give 7-star units vision cards, it also just kind of completely invalidates gear because, yeah, some vision cards are just that good. Rule number 3, you can take a friend, but they have to be a 7-star unit as well, and they have to be following rule number 2. Rule number 4, you have to complete all of the missions in the trial. Now, when you're done, you can use any kind of tool you want to randomly select another 300 difficulty trial. I'm going to use Picker Wheel here in just a second, and then challenge someone else that you know, specifically somebody who can make videos or otherwise show their clear to the community. And in their video, you're going to tag them and call them out. This is kind of like hitting them with a snowball. Make sure they see your video. Post that video in Discord or other social media. Make sure they know you hit them with the snowball. And then there is a rule here that you cannot challenge somebody who already challenged you. This is rule number 5. Hit somebody else with the snowball after you're done with your video, to see how big we can get the community challenge to be. You can challenge somebody who was already challenged, just don't hit somebody who hit you. That's it. Now, if you hit somebody who can't make a video or can't participate, you know, just challenge somebody else. But the point is just to have fun and get kind of people thinking about new ways to use old units, and things like that. Now, I'm going to post the rules in a comment on this video, and stuff like that. So before we go into anything else, I want to go ahead and select my trial at random, and so I've got a list of 300 difficulty challenges here. Scorn of the Demon Wall, Chocobo Battalion, Mad Doll, Marching Insects, Machina of Destruction, Venomous Vines of Death, Sworn Aid of Palladia, Scorn of Tiamat, all difficulty 300. And I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we get, and then I will work on my clear and then choose somebody to tag in this video. Okay, looks like I'm going after Scorn of the Venomous Vines of Death, difficulty 300. That one kind of makes me a little bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Good news, I can use whatever I want as long as I meet rule number 2 and 3. We'll take a look now and see how this goes, and then I will post this video, and then issue my next challenge or hit somebody with the snowball. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so after taking a couple minutes to gear up my team, I think I've got a team that's going to take care of this challenge for us. And so we're going to go after Scorn of the Venomous Vines of Death. In keeping with rule number, let's see, what are the rules here? In keeping with rule number 4, we're going to make sure we use no items, deal lightning damage to an enemy, and defeat the Malboro Queen's party within 25 turns. We're also going to complete the quest. To do that, we're going to take a friend, because that is within the rules. And we're going to take this friend, Lothar. Now, all I have to do is make sure that Lothar is not wearing a vision card. And Lothar is not. So otherwise, Lothar is just wearing, you know, pretty typical 7-star hero gear. And there you go. I don't know exactly how that's going to go, but we're going to go ahead and take Lothar. And here's the rest of the team we're going to take. I kind of prepared for the absolute worst possible scenario. So we've got Zahn able to potentially spread buffs. We've got Lilith, who's going to be able to tank for us. Ayaka to do heals and put up HP barriers. Sylvie, because she's hardcore extreme to the max. And Esther, because Esther chains with Esther, and that's who we're going to be taking. So we want to make sure we've got that. As far as their gear and stuff goes, I feel like I went a little overboard. We've got 6,000 attack on Zahn. He doesn't have maxed out killers or anything, but I don't think he's gonna be doing much damage here, honestly. He's just here to do, honestly, needles and thunderbind if we need it. So we've got that, and then, yeah. Otherwise, just geared. Lilith, I geared for a bunch of spirit, because I figured the boss does more magic damage than anything else, and is just geared for a bunch of spirit. There you go. No vision card, as you can see. Ayaka just kind of geared for spirit and MP and HP. No vision card. She has immunity, although we're gonna be getting immunity from Sylvie, who's also geared for a bunch of spirit, HP, MP, and defense, and she has got immunity as well. She's also wearing Numbing Thunderbind. Worst case scenario, she's got a source of chaining and lightning fast legend, although she could also just like give out her chaining skills. She could give them to herself. No vision card. And then Esther, rocking 6,000 attack with a bunch of Clash of Wills gear, and some chain cap up from Elisperis items, and some plant killer. And no vision card, and there you have it. So let's go ahead and get into the fight, and we will take out, hopefully, this challenge, and then we'll issue a challenge to somebody else. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Zahn, and Zahn is just going to use needles. That's gonna make sure that we have Mirage for the party. There we go. And Lilith is going to magic cover. Since we used Mirage, we're gonna go ahead and have magic cover going. So that way she's covering any magic that comes in. That of course should protect us pretty well. Ayaka is going to give us all a barrier. So she's gonna use ooh, okay, so Ayaka is going to use this Purify Plus. That's going to give everybody status immunity as well as an HP barrier. It's been a long time since I've used some of these units. There we go, Purify Plus. I guess since we don't need status immunity from Sylvie, we can use something else. So we could do like triple, and we'll go ahead and unlock her triple cast with Marion Watch Over Me. There we go. And we could use... I think the boss only does one physical AoE, so I don't know if we need this one. We'll do magic. We'll do protective petals for magic mitigation, and that way we've got that. And then we will do Bolt Egg. Now Bolt Egg is going to give everybody lightning and put an imperil on the boss as well. There we go. And then with our Esters, we will triple, because these Esters all have their skills unlocked. And we will use Shock Embrace to do a lightning imperil. Ooh, that gives her Mirage too. Nice. And then 2 Bolting Strikes. Bolting Strike is also going to defense break the boss. So we'll do this one. We'll do Shock Embrace as well, because it's going to do LB fill. And Bolting Strike is going to put a whopping 80% defense break on the boss. And we'll just, I don't know how much damage it's going to do. We'll just like chain it up. Oh. We cleared the boss. Wow, okay. Well, This one should be a little more interesting, hopefully, because we got more ads. Okay, so we're gonna need a couple things. We're gonna need lightning imbue, so we're gonna start with Sylvie. We'll go ahead and do all eggs in one basket on mine. We'll do lightning imbue, and then we will do triple cast again. There we go. And these guys have we have no brakes on, so we'll go ahead and use Zon this turn to Numbing Thunderbind. That's going to put all the brakes on, as well as a Lightning Imperil. Okay, so the Queen looks like they're all unable to be defense and spirit broken. So we've got 85% attack and magic brakes on them though, as well as a Lightning Imperil. So that's pretty cool. I think this one, since we did not do Mirage, I think I kind of want to do physical cover here. I can't remember. Just in case, though, we know that Malboros are going to do lots of bad stuff, so we'll go ahead and use Purify Plus. There we go. And we're going to just try and start off strong with an LB. That way we can maybe try and take out some of the bebes. But we know we have to do lightning damage anyway, which we're going to do. We have to be within 25 turns. We're not going to use any items, so let's just chain it up and see what we get. Oh, okay, it's over. I was not quite expecting that. I wasn't quite expecting it to end that quickly. 8.7 billion. Okay, not bad. Let's see what our damage breakdown was. I honestly was expecting this to go a little bit longer than that, but it's all in the name of fun, you know. Here we go. Oh my gosh, mine carried it. Okay, that's kind of funny. So yeah, I guess we'll see what comes out of this next. We can see what kind of absurdity. Oh, I didn't even have my limit burst leveled up. Wow, goodness sakes. We'll see what kind of absurdity we can get to come out of this. So I guess the next question is, what challenge will I issue to somebody? Let's get this gear camera out of the way. And let's see, where is it? Here we go. And let's get our wheel back on the screen right here. There we go. Okay, let's get a challenge going for our next group. So the next challenge that we're gonna see is Scorn of the Demon Wall. Okay, so the issue then becomes, who do I challenge? So here's what I'm going to do. Because I think he's going to be a good sport about this and keep the challenge going, I'm going to challenge Sinzar. So Sinzar, I'm hereby challenging you to beat Scorn of the Demon Wall using the following rules. Okay, 1, you're going to fight Scorn of the Demon Wall. You can only use a maximum of 7-star units. So if they are an NVA, you have to stop at 7-star. No vision cards. Use all the gear you want. You can take a friend, but it cannot break rule number 2. You have to complete all missions, and then you want to challenge somebody else doing something similar, and make sure we see your video. So Sinzar, this is coming your way, and I hereby challenge you to the Snowball fight. Let's have some fun with it and keep the Snowball fight going, and we will see you guys in the next round.